Hello class, today we'll do the experiment on diodes. Aim of the experiment to study about testing of diodes. Introduction. The diode is a two-terminal semiconductor device that allows the current to flow in one direction. These are found in different applications like rectifier, clamper, climper, and so on. When the anode terminal is made positive with respect to cathode, the diode gets forward biased. And the forward biased diode voltage drop is typically zero point 0.7 volt for silicon diodes, zero point 0.3 volt for germanium diode. The testing of the diode, this device is mainly on forward biased or reverse biased. Before that, the testing procedure, the diode, you have to identify the terminals of the diode, that is anode and cathode. Most of PN diodes have the white band on its body, and this white band side terminal is cathode. And the remaining one anode, some of diode may have a different color band, but the color band side terminal is cathode. The testing of a diode can be carried out in different ways. However, here we have given some basic testing procedure of the diode. Apparatus required for experiment. We have required digital multimeter, connecting wire, and different types of PN junction diodes. That can be, you have to take normal diode, light emitting diodes, and Geno diodes. How to test a diode using digital multimeter? The diode testing using a digital multimeter, or we can say in short form DMM, can be carried out in two ways because there are two modes available in DMM to check the diode. These modes are diode mode and ohm meter mode. Diode mode testing procedure. Identify the terminals anode and cathode of the diode. Keep the digital multimeter in diode checking mode by rotating the central knob to the place where the diode symbol is indicated. In this mode, multimeter is capable to supply a current of 2 mA approximately between the test leads. Connect the red probe to the anode and black probe to the cathode. This means diode is forward biased. Observe the reading of the meter displays. If the display's voltage value is between 0.6 volt to 0.7 volt, then it is a silicon diode, then the diode is healthy and perfect. For a germanium diode, this value is between 0.25 to zero point 0.3 volt. Now reverse the terminal of the meter. That means connect the red probe to cathode and black to anode. This is the reverse bias condition of the diode, where no current flows through it. Hence the meter should read OL, or in DMM it shows 1, which is equivalent to open circuit if the diode is healthy. If the meter shows irrelevant value of the two condition, then the diode is defective. The diode defect can be either open or short. Open diode means diode behaves as an open switch in both reverse and forward bias condition, so no current flow through the diode. Therefore, the meter will indicate OL or 1 in both reverse and forward bias conditions. Short diode means it is shorted, behaves as a closed switch, so the current flow through it and the voltage drop across the diode will be 0. Therefore, the multimeter will indicate 0 voltage value. But in some case, it will display a very little voltage as the voltage drop across the diode. Similar to above method, it is also simple method to check diode whether it is good for short or open. Identify the terminal anode and cathode of the terminal. Keep the digital multimeter in resistance ohm meter by rotating the central knob or selector to the place where the ohm meter or resistor value are indicated. Keep the selector in low resistance, maybe 1 k ohms mode for forward bias, and keep in in high resistance mode 100k ohm for the reverse bias testing procedure. Connect the red probe to the anode and black probe to the cathode. This means diode is forward bias. When the diode is forward bias, the resistance of the diode is small. If, if the meter shows accordingly low value on the meter, which may be few tens to few hundred ohms, then the diode is good and healthy. Now the reverse the terminal of the multimeter such that anode is connected to black probe and cathode is to red probe. So that is reverse bias. If the meter shows a very high resistance value or OL on the meter displays, then the diode is good and function properly. Since in reverse bias condition, diode rectifier a very high resistance in both direction, then the direct diode is said to be shorted. How to test a diode using analog meter? The same principle, this same method is similar to testing of diode using DMMO meter. How to test LED, light emitting diode? As discussed above, before testing any diode, we must know the polarities. The LED polarities can be identified by the length of the leads. Longer one is anode and the shorter one is cathode. Also another method is surface structure where the flat surface indicates the cathode and the remaining one is anode. Let us see how to test LED using DMM or digital multimeter. First of all, identify the terminals anode and cathode of the LED. Place the multimeter selector in diode mode. Connect the probe of the meter of LED such that it forward biased. If LED is working properly, then it glows, and otherwise LED is defective. Reverse bias condition testing cannot be possible with LED since it does not work in reverse bias condition. How to test a Zener diode, or you can say procedure to check the Zener diode. As compared to testing of the normal diode, Zener diode testing needs some extra circuit. Because of the Zener diode conducts in reverse bias condition, only if the applied reverse voltage is more than the Zener breakdown voltage. Identify the terminals anode and cathode of the Zener diode and its in, identification process is similar to normal PN diode. Place the multimeter knob in voltage mode. Connect the meter probe across the Zener diode. Gradually increase the input supply to the diode and observe the voltage on the meter display. This reading on the meter must be such that as we increase the variable supply, meter output should increase until the breakdown voltage of the diode. And beyond this point, should show a constant value of the voltage, irrespective of any increase of the input voltage supply. If it's so, the Zener diode is healthy, otherwise it is defective. Suppose if we supply a 12 volt to the Zener diode, suppose the breakdown voltage of Zener diode is 6 volt then from the battery is through a resistor, then the multimeter must show the readings which is approximately or equal to 6 volt. If it is so, you can say the Zener diode is healthy. Okay, we'll go to experiment panel and we'll conduct the experiment. How to test the diode of normal diode, LED, and Zener diode. First, we'll test the PN junction diode. As per procedure, you have to identify the terminal of the diode. Similar for the identification of the terminals, you can see the color coding in one side. The color coding is there. You can see a white mark is there. That this white mark shows it's a cathode terminal, or you can say it's negative terminal. Another one opposite to this, the terminal is known as anode. So this way you can identify this is anode and this is cathode. So next is The digital multimeter in diode, you have to rotate the digital multimeter knob to diode symbol position. You have to, this position should be in position of diode symbol, like this way it should be there. And again, after that you have to connect the positive probe of the testing probe. You have to connect the digital DMM in V and ohms. That means it will be measure voltage as well as resistance. So you have to place in this position, and the COM position is black one. You have to connect like this way. So next position, next as per the procedure, to place the at the direction in this mode, multimeter is in this mode the multimeter is capable to supply minimum 2 milliampere to the diode. So this way you can current is flow. So what is the voltage that will be drop across the diode? As per the silicon and germanium, inside silicon it will be around zero point 0.6 to zero point 0.7, or in germanium it will be around 0.2 to 0.3. As this much of voltage will be observed, or it, drop will be there. So this is anode. So positive probe will connected to anode, and negative probe is connected to cathode, or we can say this is forward bias. In this position, current will flow, and the voltage drop across the diode is around zero point 0.4. So and if that is as per specification, it will be around zero point 0.6. So near to we are getting that voltage. So this way, the in forward bias, voltage is flowing, current is flowing through this, and voltage that voltage is so due to the due to the due to due to the only the drop voltage. So this way you can say it is forward bias. So if you reverse the terminals, that means positive terminal is connected to cathode and negative terminal is connected to anode, and this way this is known as reverse bias. So no current will flow, or you can say this is OL circuit, or you can say 1. So that is no voltage is flowing, or it is, you can say, open circuit. So this way you can, if this is the condition, you can say this is the diode is healthy. It is a silicon diode for germanium diode. So the half of the reading will get it. So in this breadboard, you can see the symbol. It's a triangular one, and a straight line is there in the triangular one. So this is anode, and this is respect to this one. It is cathode, and this is anode. So positive terminal is connected to anode, and negative terminal is connected to this way. So it will be 0.125, half of the silicon diode. So this way it is known as germanium diode. In germanium diode it will be around 0.4, or in germanium it will be around 0.125. If you reverse the polarity of the multimeter, so again you will find there is no reading is there. So no reading will be there in the diode. So that means no current will is flowing through the diode. So that means it means voltage drop across the diode is. So this way you can test the diode, or you can say you can find out the diode is working condition, or it's not working condition, or you can say healthy or not healthy. So this way you can conduct the experiment to find out the diode is. This is the testing procedure of the diode. You can find out it's working or not. So next one is to how to test the LED, light emitting diode. First point is identify. We have to identify the terminals anode and cathode. You can see the leg of. You can see the one more leg is more larger than the another one. So which one is leg is more, or can say larger length, that is anode, and the shorter one is cathode. Similarly, you can find out in this way. So in this way, one flat surface is there. You can see a flat surface. This flat surface is known as cathode. So this way, this is shorter length, and this way, this is cathode, and you can see it is a negative terminal. So this way you can place it here. Second point is that so you have to you have to rotate the knob of the DMM to the diode position. So this is you have to rotate like this way, and again you have the positive probe. You have to connect to the positive terminal. If it is glow, that means the LED is working condition. This way, all are positive way, and positive one is connected to anode and negative one is connected to cathode. So this way you can find out the all the LED are in working condition. If you reverse this condition, reverse the probe, so it will not glow. So you can say you cannot find out in this way it's a working condition or not. But you can find out positive one to anode and negative one to cathode. So this way the LED will glow. We have to test the Zener diode. So first of all, we have to identify the anode and cathode. So similarly, similar to PN junction diode, you can find the one of the color band. So this is your, you can say this is your cathode and another one is anode. So we have two different type of Zener diode. One is 6 volt, one is 8 volt, or you can say 7.5 volt Zener diode. So that it will be work on breakdown voltage. So now we have the terminal voltage 13.4, and it is connected in series with a resistance, so that when the breakdowns occur, the current will flow through this resistance. So this Zener diodes work in reverse polarities. That means the cathode is connected to positive terminal and anode is connected to negative terminal. So in this way you can see the voltage is around 5.9, or you can say it's a 6 volt Zener regulator. Similarly, this Zener regulator you can see, and it is around 7.4, or you can say it is 8 volt or 7.4 Zener voltage Zener regulator. So if you reverse the polarity, it is work similarly. What is the current will flow? What is the voltage drop occurs? So it is around zero point 0.6. So 0.6, and this is where it is also, you can say it is zero point 0.5 or zero point 0.6. So you can say it is a voltage drop because that one it is only zero point 0.6. So but the Zener regulator, it works on reverse polarity. So that means above that voltage it will see breaks down and current will start flow, or you can say voltage it will be maintained the proper voltage. So in this way, if cathode is connected to positive and anode is connected to negative terminal, you will find it is the breakdown. Now you can see it is above the supply voltage is above the Zener breakdown voltage, that you can see is around 13.5 volts, and we are using 6 volt Zener regulator and 8 volt Zener regulator. So that means the input voltage is more than the breakdown voltage. And if you, as per the polarity, if you connect the positive polarity to the cathode and negative polarity to anode, you can see this is the Zener breakdown voltage. That means it is working properly, and it's, you can say it is a healthy condition. It's working condition. Similarly, it is in this another Zener diode. If you connect like this way, you can find it is 7.4 volt. So it is a 7.4 volt Zener regulator. So this way you can find out the Zener diode, its working condition or